boys, gals, non-binary pals? Welcome back to the judgiest place on the internet. My name is Josh.
Oh, my name is Rick.
And my name is Christian.
And we are the
Judgies.
Back and wider than ever. That's right. You guys...
Wider?
Wider. We're getting wide for our listeners.
Well, you guys seem to have enjoyed the wide shot from our live stream. So we're trying this out. If you guys...
We're going to dabble.
Leave a comment below if you like it or not. A lot of people seem to like it. Like, I asked in our Discord which they preferred.
It was about, what,
And
70%?
It was like 80-20
Wow.
for liking it. Now, obviously, it doesn't, that's a specific kind of, listener. And like maybe it was overrepresented in the Discord. But people seem to really enjoy the wide. And I get it.
Yeah. Like I said, I definitely get it. Because you don't?
No.
You look at the video and it makes it feel like we're all hanging out more versus like the cut back and forth.
I guess.
People didn't realize we're on two different sound stages when we're doing that. I know we kind of hit it with some
and now
movie
we
magic.
have to be in the same room at the same time.
Yeah.
And I don't want to point fingers, but somebody stinks.
It probably is me. I got waxed today, so I couldn't wear deodorant. And I'm sweaty. So probably
You
also
do have
stinky.
something in your teeth?
This
Do you
sucks
really? Let me
so
see.
much.
Oh, both teeth.
Really?
Both big ones?
Go smile at Joshua.
Oh, wow, yeah. It's much bigger on my side.
Hey, hopefully the wide's not catching it.
Oh, no, it won't, for sure. They're high up, too. Yeah. So, let us know if you like it. The cuts, the zooms will be different, and it's going to be a learning process. We'll probably change the framing a million times in true Judgies fashion
Yeah.
because we aren't professional videographers.
Oh,
We're
yeah, there's-
professional lighters.
I don't know about you.
6 weeks of changes
Are
coming.
you feeling 22?
I'm feeling very 30, actually.
That's the wrong.
What the fuck?
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Felt quiet in my ears. Am I that much? Holy.
Wow.
Why is my headset so much louder than you guys? Am I deaf?
You might be deaf.
Am I deaf?
You're deaf.
No.
Punk
Please.
around the world, around the...
Thank you, Christian.
Do you want to hear an embarrassing story?
Sure.
Chart.
It just happened to me today.
Actually.
Oh,
It was awful.
okay.
It's so much pain.
Was it waxing related?
No, that went very smoothly. Fucking hurt because I've been real busy and it's been more than 6 weeks since my last one.
It hurts more the longer you wait?
Yeah, because your roots grow back in.
Ah.
Oh. Too loud. Well, what was your embarrassing story?
So I was heading home. I had Olson in the back seat and I needed to stop and get gas. So I stopped at our local Casey's and
In a random direction from us.
my sister's calling me. Hold on. We are recording right now. I'll call you back later. I stopped at a Casey's and I started putting gas in to put the pump in, and I went to step over the line, the pump, and my foot got caught and I went down like a sack of potatoes.
Yeah.
And I landed on my hands and knees. It's already starting to bruise. My left knee took the brunt of my fall and it is swollen and
Oh my
sore and it's
God.
Is
hurt.
that what this is from?
Yeah, and then I skinned this knee.
Yeah.
You probably can't see it from over there, and it's dirty. I haven't cleaned it yet because I'm disgusting. And then I hit my elbow and both my hands. My hands are okay.
God, I didn't know you lost your balance at 30 like that. I thought that was like an old person thing.
Yeah, I just fucking went straight down and I had the front door open and I can hear Olson going, "Mom?" And I stood up and I was like, "Fuck." And he goes, "Mom?" And I was like, "Yeah, buddy, I'm okay." And he goes, "Hurt? Hurt? Ma hurt?" I was like, "Yeah, that hurt really bad, actually."
That's really
Emotionally.
funny. Yeah.
I'm tough, actually.
It's an ego pain, really.
So we need to, any of our listeners work for Casey's in any capacity, see if we can get that footage.
Let's reach out to
Oh.
corporate and see if we can get that footage.
I thought you were trying to sue them.
Oh, no, it was 100% my fault.
Well, I mean, if the cords were hanging from the ceiling, then my client wouldn't have been hurt.
Yep.
You're correct. Also, there was sun damage on the screen. I couldn't read it.
Oh my God.
So, like,
Which
literally
caused you to have to step over to go
Yes.
get your
Exactly.
glasses.
That's
Exactly.
crazy.
This is terrible for the Casey's. Great for us.
Yes. Anyway, we need that footage.
You know what else we need?
To open the mail?
Yes, over to your left, we have a mail package. P.O. Box 58, Ottawa, Illinois, 60350.
And it's pink.
It's just for you, Ricky.
Wow.
Yeah.
It's better be from Teo.
It's not. I can read the name on it. Oh.
It's a
Carrot.
Art.
little painted canvas.
It's so pretty. This is a long note. You don't have to read it on the pod. You can say my name, Lana.
Del Rey.
Otherwise,
Oh.
Oh, that sucks to hear.
this is a several page long note, so I'm not going to read it.
Big font, though.
This is from the person who did the Seagull hierarchy.
Oh, how about that?
Caw, caw.
I'm not going to read this on the pod, but I will read this later. Painted you a carrot. I suppose, Erika, you could throw it at Josh.
Whoa.
But canvas can be fragile, so maybe not. I hope you like it, though. I really only paint when I'm making something for someone, so I did put a lot of care into it.
That's why they call it a carrot.
Thank you, Lana. It was
Little
very
applause
sweet
go
of
to you,
you.
Josh.
Thank you, Christian. Yeah, if you want to send something
will
that's
read
P.O.
that.
Box, I would have had a second piece of mail, but if we're not reading the note, then now this is a short mail time, listeners.
Oh, do you want me to read the note?
No, P.O. Box 58, Ottawa, Illinois, 61350.
Yeah, I feel like you would have looked at that and been like, "That's a really long note. We can't read all that on here."
It was my first thought,
Yeah.
but I was being generous to Lana today.
Oh, well, then I'll read it.
No, it's fine.
I mean, it is my episode, so
We don't just
go ahead.
decline to read letters from listeners on our podcast. We also, I mean, they wrote, you don't need to read this. If they didn't
I know.
read that, I would say you need to read it, actually.
I would
Yeah.
have put my foot down.
We don't just decline reading notes from our podcast listeners on this podcast. We also podcast on this podcast. And what that entails is us going online and finding silly little stories and sometimes the magnanimous.
Is that good?
Yeah.
It sounded good.
I think it sounds good.
Yeah, magnanimous.
Well, that one didn't sound good.
Magnanimous.
No, you're getting further away.
Magma. Did you guys? Fuck.
Magma.
Editor, put this at the top. You don't actually have to do this. You guys seen Twisters yet?
No. Is it good? Do I need
saw
to see it?
I saw it twice when both your dumbasses walked in. It's a callback. I did watch it.
Have you seen the original?
No, I don't think you need to have. I
That's fine.
I
but
did when I was a kid. I haven't watched it since I was a child.
honestly, the original Twisters is one of my favorites.
I think you've said it on the podcast before. And then I make the joke, my favorite Helen Hunt movie is Twister. And it's a gold member reference, and you don't know that because you didn't watch Austin Powers.
Yeah.
Magma.
But that's genuinely how I got there.
Really?
Yeah, it was magnanimous. But I'll say this about the movie. It was too long for its own good.
Okay.
The main guy, I can't remember his name off the top of my head, looks too much like a rodent and is not very good actor.
Glenn Powell. You
Yes.
think Glenn Powell looks like a rodent?
He looks like a capybara.
You know what?
Yeah.
We
Yeah.
are in our. I don't know what he looks like. I got to look up a picture of him. Glenn Powell.
Yeah. He was in Spy Kids 3 as the
Really?
as long-fingered boy.
Oh, yeah. We really are in our rat boy era.
And I'll say this about the movie. Javi, played by Anthony Ramos, just straight up implicitly murders someone at the 10%, 90% of the way through the movie mark, and no one brings it up.
He truly murders somebody? Or
I mean, would you call it a
Okay,
murder?
spoiler alert.
Yeah. But it's not a plot thing. It's played as a joke, I guess. Or but would you call it a murder if you left someone in the path of an F5 tornado? Intentionally, you dropped them off on a road because you were mad at them?
Yeah, that sounds like murder.
And he just drives away and the guy's like, Javi! And then you never see this guy again.
Well, yeah, because he's dead.
Correct, but it's an insane movie.
You're gonna be eating crow when Twisters 3 comes out, and he's the Twister.
Yeah. It's the movie is I tweeted this. It was a fine movie,
Okay.
albeit a little slow up until about the 45-minute mark. But I was interested. I was like, okay, I like the setup we're going here with. And then they interject the lamest conflict in the lamest way to make the characters have conflict. and it sucked. And the first,
Is it because they don't like the same kind of tornadoes?
yes, actually, unironically.
Oh my god.
This is my film critique coming out. The first opening like scene or like set of scenes in the movie is the best part of the movie because they make you feel for characters, and then spoiler, a tornado comes. Do with that information with what you will.
I didn't know
Are
there
we
would be
past the
any.
spoilers?
And then later in they have the rest of the movie to like make you care about the characters, and they just don't. They just like do face level characterization of every single person you meet. And they have like all these Hollywood actors trying to act like what it's like to be from Oklahoma. And albeit I'm not from the South or Oklahoma, but I am from a small rural area. And holy fuck, are they the trope of just like, we're from the country and so we're stupid, but actually we're smart.
Yeah.
We didn't have to go to no college is so dumb. The line unironically used of "this ain't my first rodeo" was delivered in a way that like I don't think they meant it to be sarcastic and funny. It was them thinking they did a clever thing by having her go to a rodeo and say "this ain't my first rodeo." It's so bad. That's it. Read your story. I will complain about this movie for an hour and a half.
Okay.
What's the Gleeville score on the tornado?
1,000.
Okay.
Is that good or bad?
I mean, the tornado is the best character because it finally got them to team up and do the right thing.
Oh, crazy.
Sometimes you got to be a bad guy to get good results. Dash tornado from Twisters.
Am I the asshole for sabotaging my husband's tournament after he refused to help with our newborn?
What kind of tournament?
What
Magic the Gathering?
What kind of
Or
newborn?
sports? Ooh, great question.
Yeah, puppy.
My husband, Jake, 30 male, and
Asshole.
I, 27 female, recently welcomed our first baby, Emma, who is now 3 months old. As most new parents know, it's been a challenging time, filled with sleepless nights and endless diaper changes. I'm on maternity leave, so I'm home with Emma all day, but I still need help from Jake, especially during the night. Jake works from home, and he's a huge gamer. He spends most of his free time playing online games with his friends. I've tried to be understanding and give him his space, but it's been hard when he refuses to help with Emma at night. I've asked him multiple times to take turns getting up with her, but he always says he's too tired or that he has an important game.
One of those is a semi-reasonable thing. It's the game.
It's the game. for
College
sure.
Football 25 revamped not revamped. College Football 25 just came out, folks. He has to get Northwestern to the Natty.
Okay.
They're going for the chip, babe. I don't feel like you're being very understanding of how big of a deal this is.
Breastfeeding has been particularly difficult. Emma often struggles to latch properly, leading to painful and sometimes cracked nipples. Been there, sister. I've had mastitis twice already, which leaves me feeling feverish and in intense pain.
That sounds horrible.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Infection of your nipple, breast tissue, sounds so painful.
Yeah.
Yes. I luckily never had it. I had a couple of times where I was starting to get like a clogged duct, which clogged ducts can lead to mastitis.
I've always said that.
You've been saying it, really. And I never had mastitis, thankfully, because that shit's awful. Like, you have to have antibiotics and everything.
Oh, I'm sure, yeah.
It's terrible. Despite seeing me in pain, Jake just laughs it off, finding it amusing. He never offers to help during these moments, even though I'm visibly struggling and desperate for support. One night after I'd been up with Emma for the third time and Jake was still glued to his computer, I'd had enough. I went into his office and asked him to take over so I could get some sleep. He waved me off, saying he was in the middle of a game and that I should just handle it.
Not for the boys.
He added, "You're on maternity leave and free all day while I have to work. So I need time to relax. You're just sitting around doing nothing all day anyway."
Oof.
I don't think relaxing is you feeding bot lane, dude. Can I say that? Dude's fucking 13 and 20 on Valo and thinks he's relaxing. It's costing his team.
Yes, that. I was exhausted and on the verge of tears. I needed his help, but he was completely dismissive. In a moment of frustration and desperation, I walked over to the router and turned off the Wi-Fi.
It's gonna piss him off. That's like this is going to be peak gamer rage. He's about to say,
Yeah.
if there was a slur for a woman, he's about to say it.
He's going to drop all of them.
He's going to invent a slur. That way he can degrade his wife.
That's when Jake completely lost it. He stormed out of his office screaming at me. Apparently, he and his friends were in some sort of online tournament, and they were about to win when I unplugged the Wi-Fi. He called me selfish, irresponsible, and accused me of sabotaging his one form of relaxation.
Well, it's weird. I mean, I guess it can be a form of relaxation, but to be like in a high stress tournament scenario and be like, no, this is actually relaxing to me.
Do we fear this is just the video game equivalent of I would have went pro if I didn't tear my ACL in high school?
Yep.
He's like, bro, we were about to win the tournament.
I was about to freaking go MLG.
I'm so
There
fucking
was scouters on there.
I'm so fucking pissed that you turned off the router.
He went on to say that I had no right to interfere with his me time and that I should have just waited until he was done. I calmly explained that I needed his help and that our baby was more important than his game. He refused to listen and continued to berate me, adding that I haven't even been having sex with him and that we've only had sex 4 times since Emma was born. He accused me of
I'm
wanting
raising a baby.
He accused me of wanting to take everything away from him while doing nothing all day and sitting at home on my ass. Jake never helps during the day either. Even after he finishes work at 5 p.m., I don't expect him to help during work hours. But once he's off, he should be stepping up as a parent and a partner. Let's throw that in there.
And a gamer.
No. Instead, he goes straight to his games, leaving me to handle everything alone. Since then, he's been sulking around the house, barely speaking to me. To make matters worse, his friends have been sending me nasty messages, calling me a crazy wife and saying that I'm unreasonable.
He did the classic friend slur scenario.
Yeah. Well, they definitely aren't married or have kids, so they definitely don't understand.
The friends?
Yeah.
One of them even suggested that Jake should leave me because I'm too demanding. I feel like I'm losing my mind here, just trying to get a bit of support. I'm exhausted, and all I wanted was for Jake to step up and be a parent too. Instead, I'm being painted as the villain for wanting help with our newborn.
This is why you don't marry a DPS player.
Yeah.
You marry a support main.
Yep.
And hey, if times are drastic, you marry a tank.
So in the first edit,
First edit. Thanks, Reddit. I've learned I shouldn't marry a DPS. I should have married a support.
Jake was different before Emma was born. He was supportive and understanding. This new behavior is shocking. To those calling me the asshole, I'm sorry. Your words cut deep, and I feel more hurt than I can express. I didn't turn the Wi-Fi off out of spite or because I couldn't handle my responsibilities. It was a desperate act after feeling completely unsupported and alone. I feel like I'm drowning in guilt and sadness. This time with Emma has been incredibly challenging. I'm constantly exhausted and in pain from breastfeeding. All I do is cry because I feel like such a failure and I can't do this anymore. Jake works hard and I appreciate him, but his indifference to my struggles makes me feel so isolated. I spend my days and nights in tears, wondering if I'm failing as a mother and wife. All I've wanted is for us to share the responsibilities of parenting, especially during those late night feedings and diaper changes that leave me feeling so drained. I've been struggling with feelings of sadness and guilt, wondering if I'm failing as a mother and a wife.
You need to talk to a doctor. You got, on top of having a bad partner, you have postpartum depression.
Yep, this is telltale postpartum.
Like the Borderlands games. All my gamers are going to love that one.
Postpartum?
No, Telltale.
Oh, I play Borderlands. I don't know that reference.
Telltale Games is a game studio that sort of takes different things, different IPs, and turns them into like a interactive movie. So there's Borderlands Telltale series, Tales from the Vault. There's also one for The Walking Dead.
Oh. Your words about me being selfish and immature hit hard, blah, blah, blah. A lot of people are saying I'm making breastfeeding a huge deal and millions of moms do it too, but mastitis isn't just a minor inconvenience. Dude, she got fucking eaten alive.
This is how you know Reddit
in the comments
is just a bunch of virgin dudes.
That's crazy.
This story is nuts. The fact that I'm so mad. I'm so mad. What a fucking asshole. Not her. I feel like I need to specify that. I don't think she's an asshole.
Yeah.
I guess her specific question here is she the asshole for turning off the router?
Right.
Which, like, no, he's ignoring you.
Yeah.
It was an overreaction. It was a moment of frustration.
It's one of those things where I would normally say, like, yeah, that's not the proper way to communicate.
Sure.
But also, I do not blame you. Like, you're not, like, overall the asshole.
Yeah.
Correct.
Like, he's the piece of shit.
Yeah.
The piece of shit.
Have you seen the
Yes.
trend?
Yes, I have.
Have you seen the trend?
They give me my money. one?
Yes.
Fuck. We really
I
could
was really-
we really could have got him.
Josh,
I should have. Hey, let's take it from the what trend?
I just
See,
farm
if
it.
we had cuts, we could have fixed it.
the light in both of our eyes, like, oh, you haven't seen it?
Molly, have you seen it?
Do you know where it even starts from?
No.
Oh, I don't know either. Well, I believe Kai Sinet's. Do you know who Kai Sinet is? Mm-hmm. That's actually impressive.
Yeah.
Oh, she doesn't. Never mind, she doesn't. He says it a lot, but I'm sure he got it from somewhere else.
Oh,
but,
sure. I think it's from Italy.
Oh,
I think it's an Italian mob thing.
ah,
Yeah. Yeah, I feel bad that Reddit just how many upvotes did it have? Or like, was it a huge post?
updates.
It was like 5,000 upvotes.
I wonder if she also
Probably just as equally amount. Let me look it back up.
if
Right.
she's dealing with, like, postpartum or anything like that too. Like, I'm sure she's only looking at the really negative comments as
Oh
well,
yeah,
and like
they're for sure sticking that to her.
acting like
go.
she's getting more hate maybe than she is. But also, it would not surprise me if Reddit
Yeah, I
is
also
just
feel like
a bunch of feckless virgins.
10,000 upvotes, 8.7 thousand comments.
Jesus Christ.
I feel like it's so easy in like this scenario for like an absolute hater to leave like a single sentence like "you fucking suck," versus like the positive comments are probably like full paragraphs, and so it's like you're getting way fewer, and then you're just like scrolling past.
Well, and also all the positive comments are going to be break up with your husband, and she probably doesn't want to hear that.
Yeah,
So maybe she is like skipping over those ones.
hey, but maybe it's time to find a father that will step up.
Yeah.
Are you ready for the next story?
I don't know.
I think this is a new subreddit.
And on a new subreddit, what do we say?
Whoop. This is from r/tragedeigh,
Huh?
but it is spelled TRAGEDEIGH.
Tragedeigh. I've almost read from this before.
This is the first I've ever heard of it.
Do you understand the concept just from the name?
Yeah.
Okay, for the listeners, go ahead and explain it.
No, I get it. It's like how a bunch of girls are named like Kaylee, but then they have it spelled EIGH or whatever. Is that how you spelled
Yeah.
it?
Uh-huh. Or
Okay.
just like insane spellings of names
Yeah.
that aren't necessary.
Yeah, over the top spellings.
Okay. The title is
I don't know. How am I supposed to know? Are we still reading titles? You keep trying to alley-oop this to me, and I just feel like I don't say it that often.
I know that's because I stole the bit, claimed it as my own, didn't even remember that I did that,
It can be yours.
got called out, so now I'm trying to return it.
You can't return the bit.
Return to sender.
I'm trying to return the bit to you.
You can't return the bit now that it's not even a good bit anymore. That's like wearing
still
a
a
pair
good
of jeans
bit.
for a year and being like, I would like a refund on these Kohl's, actually.
I mean, if that worked that way, I would. Unfortunately, I would.
You can do that at Costco.
Wow. Do they have Kohl's Cash at Costco?
No, but you can if you buy a pair of jeans at Costco, wear them for a year, and you decide you don't like them. If you have, you can return them.
Most of the
Most of the time,
when I buy jeans at Costco, they're more of a boom.
we're Costco guys.
Yeah.
Of course, I'm getting the pepperoni twister. What's it called? What are they?
It's not a pepperoni twister. What were you gonna say?
What brand of jeans do you think they got at Costco's?
Wranglers and Levi's.
Okay.
I know they have Levi's because I bought you a pair of Levi's there.
I did not know that.
Yes, you did.
I did not know that.
Can I read this story, please?
You can read the story, but I am curious on what Costco guys are eating.
It's Kirkland is their off-brand, I think.
But they're eating the snacks. They're not eating the Costco hot dog, but they're eating some kind of twister thing.
Can I read?
Yeah.
Okay. My wife revealed to me that before we met, she briefly reinvented herself with a new name 12 years ago.
Okay.
It was a tragedy.
Chicken bake.
She kept this hidden from me. Her tragedy name? Shine Ya Star.
No.
Is that one? Is that one name? Middle name?
It's
How can we get a spelling?
yes, Shina. Shinya. Sorry, Shinya. SHYNEIGHA.
Shania?
It says Shinya, as it's pronounced Shine Ya Star.
I could definitely see from Ring. I could see how you think it's Shania.
It should be. It looks like Shania.
Yeah.
Shinea. Like how a horse neighs.
Yeah.
And then Star, just normal. Inspired by
That's almost more offensive to me.
inspired by Shining Star, apparently. We are in our
Is that something we're supposed to know, or just
Is that
the concept of a shining star?
is that what the Kardashians sang to their kid? Is that a reference to that? Didn't she say like you're a shining star? Is that
I don't know. Just
I'll look it up.
we're in our mid-30s now. Ooh, imagine. We are Hindu immigrants in Canada, and we have somewhat traditional birth names, which is what I thought we always used. At Costco, which is where this... Okay. We ran into her former coworkers from her first job out of university 12 years ago. She kept calling my wife the tragedy name. I was confused and corrected her, and then she got confused. My wife glossed over it quickly and changed topics. Later, in the car, she revealed to me that she went through a phase/identity crisis right after graduation. She was tired of her birth name being traditional, and she wanted to become more Western in the hopes of appearing more favorable when applying for jobs. So she invented a new name and started using it.
Unfortunately, I don't think that name's getting you more jobs.
What's the new name? I missed it.
The new name was Shinya.
Oh, okay.
A couple years in, realizing that she's not a stripper, she's a nurse, switched back to using her birth name. All this happened 5+ years before we met. I never expected my wife to be a tragedy, feeling betrayed. I mean, how can I ever trust her again? She kept this devastating secret from me for our entire relationship. Our entire marriage is clearly built on lies. Who knows what else might be in her past? Maybe she even considered dyeing her hair blonde or thought about getting a tattoo. I don't see how we can possibly recover from this devastating revelation. It's time to lawyer up, hit the gym, and prepare for a custody battle for our 2-year-old.
Okay, it felt like a joke, but
That's a joke.
it did feel like a joke. But the tattoo line made me feel like
You were
less
like,
of a joke.
"Uh-oh."
Yeah, it was a momentary and then at the end I was like, it is a joke.
There were a lot of /S's at the end for sarcasm.
Yes. In case this wasn't clear, the part about feeling betrayed, etc., is sarcasms.
Yeah. I mean, I totally get it, right? I mean, that's the whole thing of like hiring practices in the United States. Like,
Yeah.
non-white sounding names just get fucked over in that regard. But
Oh, for sure.
I don't know why you just wouldn't pick like Kate.
Yeah. It also, what an awkward situation to be stuck in of like, I used to go by a completely different name, and now my husband is like defending my honor, being like, that's not her name. And be like, ooh.
I had a similar...
Everybody else calls me Chris. I'm sorry I've been lying to you guys. I actually like the name Chris.
Do you know any good divorce lawyers?
No,
That's fair.
I know a lot of bad ones. They're
I
called marriage counselors, folks.
had a chemistry, I think it was chemistry, lab teacher, a lab TA. And he told me when he introduced himself to our class, he said, my name is Promise. He was from Nepal. And he's like,
Promise?
he said, my name is pronounced Promise, but it is smelled. It is spelled.
It's smelt.
No,
It's
is
smelled.
spelled like Pramish. Like it looks like it would
Okay.
be pronounced Pramish.
Okay.
So, but I am telling you, this man told me his name was Promise.
Yeah.
So that's what we called him. And then our teacher, like our actual professor, said, yeah, when you guys talk to Pramish, and I was like, do you mean promise? And she's like, no, it's Pramesh. I was like, that's funny because he himself
Yeah.
told me what his name was. So one of us is wrong and it's not me.
Well, now you're pointing it out to the person that's his authority figure.
Yeah.
Of being like,
I can't be known for saying his name wrong this whole time.
well, it's also probably like he went in there and they're like, oh, what's up, Pramesh? And then he's just like,
Yep.
yes, that is my name.
Yeah. This is Kylie Jenner, Rise and Shine.
We have one last room to visit, and that is Stormy's playroom.
Yeah.
Stormy.
Rise and shine.
Okay.
I've never heard of this whole video.
And get out of here and show you guys her room. Rise and shine.
Yeah. That's what I was referencing when I said.
Oh, well, I didn't get your reference, but I knew that one.
Yeah.
Okay, I've got one more before the break.
Crazy.
This is from r/pettyrevenge.
We know how I feel about this subreddit.
I and a friend cropped us at a table because they made our server cry. Are you okay with the story? Would you like me to read a different one?
Sorry. I think they're doing Lord's work. They had to get 2 rounds.
I would never
One for each of them.
harsh your vibe.
Okay.
Josh has never harshed your vibe.
It was my friend's birthday.
Happy birthday.
And a group of us had planned to take him out to his favorite restaurant. When we got there, we were a party of 8. We were sat next to or near a smaller table full of dudes who fit the stereotype of dude bros. After roughly 5 minutes, we discovered that they were going to be a problem.
Can we ban dude bros from frickin' restaurants unless it's a sports bar?
Okay.
I didn't know it was gonna be that hot of a take.
No, I think that's a fine take, really.
And ban them from all haircuttery places unless it's sports clips.
Unless it's sports clips,
Yeah.
for sure.
They are pretty loud and rude, giving their server a hard time. Soon our server came, and it was the same girl who was serving the rude table. She apologized for the wait and made a comment about how she had a lot on her plate. Get it? She's serving tables as a plate. Well, we tell her that it's fine. We understand. She takes our drink orders and gives us some more time to pick our food. A few more minutes go by, and we hear yelling.
She had a lot on her plate because this is the one restaurant in the world where when the waitress says, or the waiter, Christian, men can be waiters
hey.
too.
I was thinking.
Wait
Or the
staff,
wait
really.
them. Yeah. They can be
Wait staff
non-binary.
really is.
When the servant, whatever, the help comes around,
Wow.
when they come and they say like, oh, enjoy your food. And then you say, oh, thanks, you too. Fuck.
Yeah.
This is the only restaurant in the world where they have to take a little bit back on their plate. And all the dude bros said it. So they had a lot on
They
their
had it.
plate.
See, I thought it was kind
Was
of.
that bit worth...
Yeah. I think it,
Yeah.
I think me being faux elitist
Yeah.
really brought it all together.
Yeah.
Hey, don't worry. I'll say with this one. Actually, it was kind of silly goofy that she said I have a lot on my plate because they're at a tapas bar.
A topless bar?
Tapas.
That too.
They're at a topless tapas bar.
Okay.
Write that down. Write that down.
That's business ideas.
A lot of sides, even more side boobs.
Oh, hell yeah.
Oh my God, the tagline. It's coming together.
Now
Copyright.
You said silly goofy. Olsen just learned how to say silly goose.
Wow.
It's so cute.
That's huge in his development.
He's also saying, oh, wow.
He does.
Oh, wow.
He does. The other day when I woke him up, he sits up and he's rubbing his eyes. He goes, whoa. It was so funny. Okay, anyway. From what we gathered, one of the dudes wanted a drink, alcoholic, but didn't bring his ID. The server was doing her best to remain calm and keep control over the situation. He kept gesturing to his phone, and we heard the server. I'm sorry, but I can't accept a screenshot. Finally,
Who's just got a screenshot of their ID?
I'm wondering if somebody at home was like, yeah, I'll just send you a picture.
Oh.
Okay.
I do have a picture of my license.
Why?
Interesting.
Whenever I need to remember the number. I don't have it on me.
I know mine starts with a K.
H.
Finally, one of his friends steps up and says he'll buy the drink for him. The server does her best to explain that he can't, it's illegal, and she could get in big trouble for it. Dude 2 then gets upset, and now the whole table is in an uproar. Finally, the server says that she'll get her manager and quickly leaves in tears. The birthday boy is pissed and says he's going to say something. Luckily, his girlfriend stops him. That's when another friend smirks and says, I have a better idea. We'll call him Jack. Jack goes, I have to fart. Being on the same wavelength, I smile and go, so do I.
This is crazy.
Jack says,
If you could get a whole table to crop dust, that's so sick.
are we going to crop dust this table? Me. Yes, I think we are. The root table is located in a way that you'd have to walk by them to get to the bathroom, and you can walk either to the left or to the right. Jack stands up first and makes his way to the bathroom. When he disappears around the corner, that's when the effect hits. At first, the dudes think it's hilarious, pointing out one particular guy and placing the blame on him. He doesn't think that's funny
Rip ass.
and is steadily getting mad. That's when I step up. I make my way to the bathroom, passing on the opposite side of the table that Jack did. When I clear the corner, Jack is standing there with a shit-eating grin.
What the heck did you do in that bathroom, Jack?
We stand there and listen to the true chaos begin. The rude table doesn't find the second crop dusting as funny as the first one. They're now yelling and pointing fingers at one another. The icing on the cake is when the manager finally comes over and tells them that they're being too loud and they're
also
going to
crop
have
dust.
to leave if they don't calm down. They're pissed and then start complaining about their server. Jack and I can't see the manager's face, but he was quiet for a good minute before he starts talking again. He has to explain the law to them when it comes to alcohol, adding on that the table can't be served alcohol at all due to dude's 2 comment about buying it for someone else. Since they can't confirm that the person, they're super pissed, they're super pissed at this, but stay anyway. They get a new server who is a very buff man with a face that says, fuck around and find out. They spent the rest of their time there with basically their heads down in shame.
Unfortunately, the manager, ACAB does include this manager.
Yeah.
Can I say that? I don't blame the server.
Yeah.
Totally get it. But I will have fucking fists for the manager. Give the guy a beer. Hey, if he's 19, so be it. You know what I mean?
Take the fee. Take the fine, dude.
You lose one liquor license and you act like your business is out of it.
Oh, boo-hoos.
Hey.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I have so many of these. One of our listeners, Angie, frequent submitter.
Okay.
She sent me like 10 in a row, and they are all so good.
Great.
So this is an Oops All Angie episode.
All of these are from Angie?
Yep.
Oh.
Let's go, Angie.
I can't wait to hear more stories from Angie after the break.
And we'll be right back. Bye.
And welcome back on this side of the break, where we always open up with a silly little segment we like to call
Circle Jerdge. What the hell? It's the Circle Jerdge.
And if you're unaware, folks, that's where we kind of just judge around this circle. Yeah, it's a pun on jerking off in a frickin' round.
Oh my.
Yeah.
Jerking off in the round.
I saw my friend's cocks in the round at Talia Balls. This is a little circle Jerdge I like to call songs Erika is older than.
Oh,
Because
no.
as we all know, Erika turned the dirtiest of 30 this Tuesday. Wednesday. This Wednesday, July 31st. Really. And I'm harshing your vibe right now, I think. Now, of course, she's the youngest of all three of us, so I have not much room to speak.
I'm going to give you a carrot bonk.
Oh, thank God she let up, folks.
It really did have some mustard to her.
Podcasting career flashed before my eyes. The last 4 years went by in a blur, and boy,
Oh, God, I hit my knee.
Oh, karma. Karma's
a bitch. I should have thrown better. A carrot at Josh. He really fucked around.
I play in an all-day grass tournament tomorrow at NIU, and I'm going to
Get the
be
knee pads.
fucked.
Get the knee pads.
At NIU?
Yeah.
I just took them to 4 championships in a row in college football 25.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
I don't want to talk about it because I don't have fucking mascot mode.
All right. So these are all songs that Erika is older than, and of course, by extension, all of us. So what I did is I went through for the past 30 years, and I looked up
The number one song each year.
I looked up like the Billboard top 1, and then I also just looked up other songs from that year to get the vibe.
Okay.
Okay.
So we're gonna go backwards. So this year, of course, we don't know what the top one of this year is, but
It's got to be something by Chapel Roan, right?
no.
Really?
No, it was a song. It was a TikTok song. It was called like Tipsy. And it's a TikTok country song.
Oh no.
And the guy's like,
That makes sense.
I can't remember how it goes. It's a TikTok song, so it's ruined. I'm sure it's a fine song normally. But I picked some songs that really I think encapsulate 2024. So you're all older than these. Espresso by Sabrina Carpenter, Apple by Charlie XCX, Good Luck Babe, Chapel Roan, and of course, Not Like Us by Kendrick Lamar. 2023.
Have you listened to on that list that Josh just said? How many of the songs have you listened to?
I've heard bits and pieces of every single one of them.
Okay. So just TikTok clips.
I'm going to always start out with the Billboard Top 100.
Okay.
It's sometimes pop, it's sometimes R&B, hip hop. It will almost never be country. 2023, Last Night by Morgan Wallen.
Ooh.
Never
Yeah.
heard of it.
I'm sure you have, but I'm not.
That's not ringing a bell.
It sucks.
And Flowers by Miley Cyrus.
I could buy myself flowers.
I feel like you couldn't go anywhere last year without hearing that song.
You know what's
Yeah.
crazy? That
good song.
song gives me the nostalgia of like public pools.
Yeah.
It sounds like a public pool song.
Yeah.
Interesting.
I agree with that.
The 2022, the Billboard song was Heat Waves by Glass Animals, which is late night when I'm thinking about you. Heat waves always figure me out.
That was in 2022?
Yeah.
That feels so much older.
Now you're old, Erika. That's the point of the Circle Jerdge. And the song that I picked out from 2022 was As It Was by Harry Styles. Another song I felt like you can go anywhere in
Yeah.
2022 without hearing.
Yeah.
Which, I mean, it's a good song. I really like the music. 2021, Billboard.
Is there something about that music video that really
No,
gets your
no,
goat,
I
Joshua?
fucked up. I like the intro, I just fucked up when I started saying it, so I wanted to move past it. Next one, 2021, Levitating by Dua Lipa.
Okay.
Topped the charts. But I picked Good For You by Olivia Rodrigo.
Good for you.
I mean, that's just
Yeah.
a banger
Come
of a
on.
song.
It's a good album.
It is a good album.
It is a very good album. Both of her albums are pretty good.
What does it have in common with Chapel Roan, Erika?
Producer?
Same producer.
Yeah. Chapel's on the album, actually. Uncredited. 2020, number one song was Blinding Lights by The Weeknd.
Really?
Yeah.
It was 2020, huh?
Yeah, he performed at the Super Bowl that year.
I felt like that song was older than that.
No, it might have been older, but
But
that
it was
was
still
the
charting
Billboard.
then.
Yeah. Every other
Okay.
time, it's so the Billboard one, it's just when they charted. Sorry, I charted. The other one is always going to be a song from that year, released that year specifically.
Okay.
So also
I was
2020.
going to say, like, I felt like I was listening to Blinding Lights when I was working at American Eagle.
No, it was not that old.
Oh,
No way.
2017?
I don't think so.
Okay.
Nothing charts for 4 years. It would have been like historic.
2020, Dragon Ball Durag by Thundercat. I mean,
Ooh, yeah.
I don't know that one. I know Thundercat,
you
but I
would
don't know
know
that
if you heard
song.
it.
yeah. The other song, Them Changes, which was huge on TikTok, that banner, that actually came out in 2015, believe it or not. It just blew up in 2020.
The Dragon Ball Durag has Quinta Burton in it.
Oh.
Wait, Quinta Brunson?
Branson? I think it's Brunson. Is it Quinta or is it Quinta? It's not Quinta, it's Quinta. Never mind.
It's one of those things like I've only read their name, you know?
Yeah.
She's so fucking funny.
Oh, she's a
is?
comedian?
Well, she's like a comedic writer, comedy writer.
2019, number one song was Old Town Road by Lil Nas X, specifically featuring Billy Ray Cyrus,
Ooh.
who's been in the news recently for what being a bad guy by Billie Eilish. Also came out that year, 2019.
Who would have thought he was a bad dad
Yeah.
and a bad guy?
2018, number one song that Erika is older than was God's Plan by Drake. Also a bad guy. But the song that I picked that I really think encapsulates 2018 was I Like It by Cardi B featuring or Cardi B, J Balvin, and Bad Bunny. I mean, another song just
Yeah.
It's a banger.
it
It's
takes you
still
back
on
in
my
time.
rotation.
Yeah.
All three of them put out bangers.
They really do.
17, Shape of You. 2017 was Shape of You, Ed Sheeran, which that seems more recent. Like it seems like it came out longer ago than that, but I guess I'm old. I would have pegged Shape of You by Ed Sheeran to be like 2014.
I could see that.
Yeah.
Because in my head, it's such a wedding song, so it is just like it's hard to like really pin down when it came out because I just feel like you heard it everywhere.
Another song, Calvin Harris featuring Frank Ocean and Migos, Slide.
I don't know that one.
It's the one that samples the Peanut Butter Baby. Empty my bank account.
Ooh, okay.
By the boy with the night.
Yeah, yeah.
I might. Okay, you don't know it.
That song's really good.
It's a very good song. 2016, the number one song was Love Yourself by Justin Bieber, which it is a very good song.
2016, Justin Bieber put out some bangers.
Unironically, Justin Bieber's entire musical catalog is not bad overall.
Yeah. It's like a little cringy at the beginning, but it is, it's like, young kid pop music, but he stayed consistent, unfortunately.
Also in 2016, Formation by Beyonce. I mean, what a great album.
Yep.
And Same Drugs by Chance the Rapper. This was the start of the end for good old Chano.
Hey, he's back. He's back on top now.
Good old Chano from 58th and Ingleside. I mean, I hope that he's sadder. I hope his life gets worse so he can get better music.
He started putting on good. He dropped 2 songs on TikTok like in the last year, and they were better than anything he's done in the last 5.
He really forgot how to make music when he was happy.
Yeah, he kind of fell too in love with his wife.
Yeah. 2015, Erika. Uptown Funk by Mark Ronson featured Bruno Mars' number one song. But this is also the year of Trap Queen by Fetty Wap.
Ooh.
Which, I mean, hey, what's up, hello?
What happened to Fetty Wap?
I have no idea. It wasn't my turn to keep an eye on him. And also Blank Space by Taylor Swift, which I will say is, in my opinion, peak Taylor Swift. That was her time, 2015.
Yeah.
2014, Happy by Pharrell Williams.
You could not escape that song.
No, it was everywhere.
I feel like you would change a radio station to a different radio station. It's like, oh my God, it's just in a different section of the song.
Also, Minions.
Yeah.
That was the rise of Minions, right? Because wasn't that for the first Minions movie?
Yeah, I believe so.
And also Black Widow by Iggy Azalea came out that year. That was the year of Iggy.
I was never a big Iggy.
No one was the
Iggy stan.
She feels forced.
Yeah. So I guess what I'm trying to say is I don't even know what Black Widow is.
I'm gonna love ya
Until
you hate me. I should have known better. Okay. 2013, I've got a lot of songs here because this was just a crazy year for songs. Number one for like iconic songs. Number
For which
one,
year?
2013.
Did we skip 14?
2014 was Black Widow and Happy.
Oh.
2013, number one song was Thrift Shop by Macklemore and
Yeah,
Ryan
it
Lewis
was.
featuring Wans. Which, I mean, great song.
Yeah.
Then I'm just going to, a bunch of other songs here. Still Into You by Paramore, which, I mean, great album.
Whoa.
Radioactive by Imagine Dragons. This was the start of Imagine Dragons.
I'm just like having flashbacks to like walking past like Morris Library
I was
on
gonna
my
say
way to the class.
This is giving me like college flashbacks. We're just like, whoa.
Harlem Shake by
Yes.
Power.
Oh my God.
Cruise, Florida Georgia Line featuring Nelly.
You know that one?
Yeah.
Okay.
Royals by Lord. This was Lord's debut.
I will never
Holy
be
cow. That was
royal.
2013?
And the Cup song from Pitch Perfect by Anna Kendrick.
Okay.
I mean, what a year for musical
Yeah,
like,
for sure.
impact. I mean, not necessarily the best songs, but
I felt like that was the start of a new generation almost.
Yeah.
When you said all those names, it's like, oh, wow, that really was.
yeah. 2012, our senior year of high school. Yes, we're old. Well, not
Slash
yours.
also freshman year of college.
Slash also freshman year of college. We got the number one song was
Gangnam Style.
Somebody That I Used to Know.
Ooh, banger.
Wow, I didn't see Gangnam Style across any of the lists, but yeah, that would have been 2012, wouldn't have been?
Yeah, I specifically remember sitting on my little twin bed
Yeah.
with Christian laptop on his lap, being like, "Look at this song that's going nuts right now,"
Yeah.
and then we just
Oh my god.
So Harlem Shake must have came out pretty close to the same time. But yeah, I do
2013.
remember being in college and being like, what the fuck? And then like just like back in the day to be like things, so few things went viral to be like, you could be like, oh my God, this is going viral right now. Like versus now it's like, There's 1,000 viral things going on almost.
Maybe that's why us Midwesterners resonated so much with that song.
Why?
The
Oh,
Oh,
oh, oh, oh, oh.
it's a good song, and I'll fight anybody who says otherwise.
What the Fox say? It was also right then.
Elvis, I think that was 2013. Yeah, the guy just died this year or something. Yeah.
Oh my God. They didn't even give him a salute at the Grammys this year. Rude.
Yeah, I agree. Actually,
Do you know that for sure? Because I don't think you watched the Grammys.
I didn't watch the Grammys.
it was
They had a
actually
21
Way to
good
call me
salute
out.
for him.
also from 2012. Number one song was "Somebody That I Used to Know" by Goaty. So, I mean, that song was fucking everywhere.
I mean,
but I
I
mean,
also remember the first time I heard that song was in your basement, and your brother Patrick was on your mom's computer, like, check out this song I heard.
see, this is what I wanted from the Circle Jerdge is we're going back in time and like we are going to show our age progressively
Yeah.
Oh,
as
no.
we go.
Oh no.
The number one or other songs from that year were "Call Me Maybe" from Carly Rae Jepsen, which I
Okay.
mean,
banger.
banger. Loves CRJ. "Some Nights" by Fun,
Oh,
which
that's a real good one.
it's one of those songs that I will never forget the lyrics to. It is such a cringe, like white, like Wonder Bread cracker ass song,
Yeah.
but God, is it fun to sing to?
It's so fun.
It is.
Honestly, there's a few of their songs that I really enjoy.
Oh, for sure. They're kind of like AJR but cool.
Okay.
And
I'll believe that. I will believe
they have a
that.
song called Raspberry that I really like.
And the motto, Drake featuring Lil Wayne, came out in 2012.
Don't know that one.
It's the YOLO song. It's how's it go? It's like you already know though. You only live once. That's the motherfucking motto. He rhymed "no" though with "motto." That's where YOLO came from.
Okay.
So we're old because YOLO was a huge thing our senior year in high school. 2011, number one song was "Rolling in the Deep" by Adele.
Good song.
Also that year, "Party Rock Anthem" by LMFAO, featuring Lauren Bennett and Goon Rock was the producer.
Hey.
He was ahead of his
love
time,
this
really.
guy.
I looked up what he's doing now. Like he had to have capitalized on this. I don't think he's done anything since 2014.
Make Out Hill and Goon Rock. Those are my two favorite places back in high school.
And "Pumped Up Kicks" by Foster the People, which was controversial, of course, because it's about a school shooting. Number one song in 2010 was "TikTok" by Kesha. Ahead of her time.
Also ahead of her time.
And also from that year, "All I Do Is Win" by DJ Khaled.
Oh,
That was
Featuring
our volleyball warm-up song.
The Pain, Ludacris, Snoop Dogg, and Rick Ross.
I fucking hate DJ Khaled, but his ability to just get the biggest names to work together is insane.
Yeah.
And I don't know how they can even like put up with him. Does he like make the call and he's like, I promise I won't be there if you show up?
Well, yeah, because they put out, it was like 2017.
You couldn't hear a song without hearing
DJ Khaled. I mean, "All I Do Is Win" was played at every single school
Yeah.
dance,
Every dance. I'm assuming probably every party.
every sporting event.
Every sporting
Everything.
event. It really was. That was the warm up music to every school.
And there was some other bangers from 2010 that were like I think 2010 was the year of "Party Like a Rock Star," or maybe that's 2009. But like that was the era of just like it was just like the craziest era of rap. I feel
Yeah.
like, or like
Party like a rock.
yeah, it's,
Party like a rock star.
it's just like dog shit. It wasn't good, but it
Nope.
got us moving.
Bang.
That was softball memories for me.
So yeah,
song.
T-Pain was there, and then 2009 number one song was actually on the pop Billboard 100 was "Boom Boom Pow" by the Black Eyed Peas, which I love that song.
You are a Black Eyed Peas stan,
I'm
really.
a Black Eyed Peas truther. But also on the R&B and hip hop Hot 100 was "Blame It" by Jamie Foxx and T-Pain. So T-Pain was having his fucking time.
Oh, like blame it on the alcohol.
Yeah, it was a huge time for T-Pain because also in 2008 the number one song was "Low" by Flo Rida featuring
T-Pain.
The Pain. And I also the year of "Lollipop" by Lil Wayne in 2008. Which, I mean, another song that
That
was
was 2008.
2008. We should not have been dancing, singing along to "La La La Lay Me Like a Lollipop."
I guess I thought the Carter 3 came out when I was in 8th grade. But it makes sense.
Yeah.
It sounds right.
Is that Lil Wayne?
Yeah, that's the album that Lollipop was on.
His last name is Carter.
It was
Okay.
So all his albums are the Carter.
it was such a fucking unbelievably huge rap album.
Yeah.
Okay.
To not even recognize it. I guess you don't listen to any rap, but
When the Carter 4 came out, I remember all of my friends were like freaking out. It was a huge thing.
Good for him.
2007, number one song was Big Girls Don't Cry. No, that's not it. It was Irreplaceable by Beyonce.
okay. Pool song.
2007 was
Cool
an
song.
insane year for just women because also that year was Umbrella by Rihanna.
Pool.
Before He Cheats. What'd you say?
Pool. These are all
Oh, pool songs.
these are all public pool memories.
Before He Cheats by Carrie Underwood and Big Girls Don't Cry by Fergie.
That album of Fergie's on repeat at my house, babe.
Yeah, it was a crazy
Ricky's
year.
crying. Big girls don't cry.
And now 2006,
La, la, la.
we're in 6th grade, Erica, you and I. This is when you and I
Okay.
first met. It was 6th grade. Number one song was Bad Day by Daniel Powder.
You had a bad day.
Yeah.
Take you one down.
And this one just surprised me. Danny California by Red Hot Chili Peppers came out that year.
Red Hot Chili Peppers.
I feel like alternative rock is really starting to let us down.
Yeah.
Or whatever that you had a bad day, whatever song, whatever genre that is.
Yeah.
What happened to that genre? Where's my Jack Johnsons?
You listen to... Yeah, never mind. I feel like Midwest emo is kind of like...
Oh, not at
no.
all.
No, but
not even
like,
close,
I feel
actually.
like that's where it went to.
Okay.
It like split up into like localized like emo scenes.
Okay.
No. You could keep going, though.
That's why I stopped.
Yeah.
God. 2005, Let Me Love You by Mario. Now let me love you,
Okay.
and I will love you until you learn to love yourself. I thought it was by Usher, and Usher helped produce it, but it was actually just by Mario.
Yeah, I don't know that one.
2005, though, also Photograph by Nickelback
Oh,
Wow.
and
Yeah.
Feel Good Inc. by the Gorillaz,
Yeah,
actually.
I love that one.
2004, Live Like You Were Dying was the number one song in the United States by Tim McGraw.
Ugh.
Yeah. And I feel like that coincides with the release of the movie Cars. I don't know if that's
Yeah.
accurate, but
I don't know.
it feels accurate to me. But also this year, an insane year, Yeah by Usher featuring Lil Jon and Ludacris came out, which huge song.
Huge.
If I Ain't Got You by Alicia Keys also came out that
Wow.
year in 2004.
I guess I thought that was earlier.
And Confessions by Usher. I mean,
crazy.
Usher
Those
was...
were that was a big year for Usher.
Yeah.
Those were all on Now That's What I Call Music. Had that one specifically.
But did it also have All Falls Down by Kanye West featuring Selena Johnson? Because that was when he released his debut album, The College Dropout, in
What?
2004. Yeah.
That was his first album?
College Dropout, yeah.
I assumed it was like 2000.
Nope.
Is he a college dropout?
Yeah. Yeah. His parents are like super, like, he's kind of like, and I wouldn't say he's a Nepo baby, but like he grew up in a pretty privileged household. His mom is like, or was like super famous in the music industry in Chicago. And
That makes sense.
yeah, he didn't like follow in her footsteps. Well, he did, but like
In
he
his own
got
way.
pissed and he's like, I don't want to be in my mom's shadow. And
But that makes a lot of sense because he uses such like obscure like 70s and 60s samples and stuff. Like,
Yeah.
it makes sense how deep his music like knowledge
We're
and
not to
catalog
be
is.
a pro Kanye
No.
podcast here, so
Well,
let's move
we
on
are-
from this discussion.
we do like Kanye.
No, we
do
don't,
not
actually.
Like, yay.
I don't like either.
He was good until his mom
and
died.
He was good. I mean, while him telling off George Bush with Mike Myers standing next to him is one of the best moments in American history.
And look at where he's at now.
Well, yeah, right. Obviously, had a mental breakdown. but-
I mean, we are judging a man that is in a mental crisis almost at all times, but is too rich and powerful for anybody to stop him.
Yes.
Yes, he is a bad person now.
But he still needs to be held responsible for his actions.
Yeah,
Okay.
which is why we're talking about the college dropout
Okay.
and not the Life of Pablo Part 2. And I
Okay.
wanted to put Ultralight Beam on there, and
All
I
right,
decided
next.
against it.
I can't wait for him to die, and then we can be like, separate the art from the artist.
2003, Into Club by 50 Cent. This was 50's like big thing.
Yep.
And I actually also just learned this about Kanye. 50 was putting out an album, and then Kanye like intentionally released. He pushed his album back just to release it on the same day as 50, and just fucked over 50 Cent's like entire career. He never recovered because Kanye just blew the fuck up. It was kind of crazy.
Thank God he was letting people buy his albums with Bitcoin.
Also in 2003,
Kanye did?
No,
50
50
Cent.
Cent let this happen, and
Yeah.
then it turned out that he was like a billionaire from Bitcoin.
2003, Stacey's mom.
She's got it going on.
Fountains of Wayne. What a year, because also a year that sports stadiums had something released that they never recovered from, which is
Chelsea Dagger.
Seven Nation Army by the White Stripes.
Wow.
Actually, yeah. 2002, How You Remind Me by Nickelback. Clean Up My Closet by Eminem, and also Complicated by Avril Lavigne. Insane year.
Why do you have to go and be so complicated?
2001, we have a variety of music here. 9/11 happened this year, folks. If you don't remember, number one song was "Hanging On by a Moment" by Lifehouse. I mean, we know the song.
Yeah,
It's one of those songs that you know.
I've heard in the back of a Scrubs episode.
Where did I go?
That's
wrong?
the fray, isn't
That's
it?
the fray. You're right. It's the same genre.
Yeah. Yep. Oh my God.
I'm falling even more in love with
that
you.
song fucking bangs. I
such a
need
good song.
music like that back.
You're right.
Listeners,
I agree.
listeners, let me know what
3
the genre
Hours
is.
Down.
Yeah.
So good.
Spoiler. But also that year we had Chop Suey. Of course,
I was gonna say if System of the Down isn't on this list, I'm gonna lose
by
it.
Soad and Bootylicious by Destiny's Child. What a
My body's so bootylicious for you, babe.
3 songs, completely different genres, all bangers.
Yeah.
Yes.
Didn't Chop Suey come out the week of 9/11?
Yeah, it came out. And they had to like pull it, and they changed. Yeah, it was and there's an insane backstory on that. In 2000, the number one song was "Breathe" by Faith Hill, which
Okay.
I recognized when I played it, but I was like, man, 2000 must just sucked. Like the number one album though was "No Strings Attached" by NSYNC, so it's like clearly there was huge music going on because I mean like that's Bye 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 was that album. But other songs that came out in 2000 were "Say My Name" by Destiny's Child,
Okay.
the Thong Song by Cisco, Kryptonite,
yeah.
3 Doors Down. It's like, why are we putting Faith Hill on the number one spot, Billboard? 1999, we're in the 90s. Only 90s kids will get this list now. The number one album was "Millennium" by Backstreet Boys. This was boy band central.
Boy
Number
band
one song
fever.
though was "Believe" by Cher.
Okay.
Do you believe in love after love?
And arguably one of my favorite songs of all time, "Every Morning" by Sugar Ray. Came out
Oh
in
yeah.
1999.
Sugar Gay.
I fucking love Sugar Ray.
I don't think we can make that joke anymore because of the Cody Kosich.
Oh no.
Yeah, unfortunately, he did start Sugar Gay.
That sucks.
It was
Yeah.
it was Cody Ko that did that.
It was him or Noel. It was in his video.
Oh.
1998, "Too Close" by Next. It's a boy band.
Is it spelled out next, or is it like silly goofy with the
No,
spelling?
it's there.
It's just NXT.
That's what I was thinking.
Nope, not the full thing.
Come on. Yeah. All right.
Well, that was the number one song. It was also a bad year, but this is when "Torn" by Natalie Imbruglia came out. And "Bittersweet Symphony" by The Verve. What a year. What a year, folks. 1997. The year of 3 for Erika and I. And 4 for Christian because he's an old piece of shit.
What the fuck?
This is how old we are, folks. "Candle in the Wind" came out by Elton John.
Don't know that one.
I didn't even know you'd still put out music then.
Also, "Semi-Charmed Life" by Third Eye Blind.
Hell yeah.
Banger.
And I had to put Biggie on here. "Mo Money, Mo Problems" featuring Puff Daddy and Maisie. You love to see it.
I
1996.
thought Biggie died earlier than that.
That's how old we are, bud. Although it could have been released posthumously.
okay.
Humorously, yeah.
Yeah.
That's
I didn't look into when Biggie died. I don't know him like that. I'm sorry. 1996. This one's
I don't know him like that.
I don't. I'm sorry. I apologize.
I was more of a West Coast rap guy.
I genuinely could not tell you a single Tupac song.
Same.
But sorry. I'm apologizing for it. I feel like people are coming at me in the comments right now. 1996. This one's going to make you feel old. Erika, you are older than the Macarena.
Whoa!
Which
I feel
was
like now we're just getting rude.
the Bayside Boys mix by Los Stereo. Also that year, Pony by Genuine
Oh yeah.
and Return of the Mac.
oh
by
my
Mark-
God!
by Mark
Bangers.
Morrison. 1995, Erika, you are also older than Gangsta's Paradise by Coolio, featuring LV, and Mr. Boombastic by Shaggy, and You Oughta Know by Alanis Morissette.
I can't believe that song's that old.
Yep. Oh no, she was super ahead of her time in terms of like pop music.
Like the sound, yeah.
that
like,
Jagged Little Pill is a fucking insane album. It's a crazy album.
this is how I feel about when I listen to Violent Femmes, and it's like this came out in like 79 or some shit, 81.
1994, the year of your birth.
Mm-hmm.
You are older than, or potentially younger than. I didn't really look what time of the year
Sure.
this came out. I do know that you're technically younger than Can You Feel the Love Tonight by Sir Elton John,
Okay.
because that was in Lion King and that came out on the day of my birth.
Really?
Yeah.
I should have known that about
And
you.
you're older than me, so
I'm sorry. It was the number one movie on the day of my birth.
Okay.
So I think it came out on June 24th, if memory serves. But also, Erika, you're potentially older than Cotton Eye Joe by Rednecks. And doesn't that suck to hear? You're also older than Basket Case by Green Day. And The Sign by Ace of Base, which was the number one song of 1994.
I saw the sign.
So there we go. Those are all songs you're older than. You feel old yet?
You know, Ace of Base actually had quite a few songs that I like. That surprises me.
You're a hipster for Ace of Base music.
Okay.
Do you think anybody else in the world other than Ace of Base's moms know any other Ace of Base songs?
Yeah.
Doesn't it suck that there's that thing of like every artist is somebody's favorite artist, and then we have shit like Ace of Base and AJR?
I don't think you should put. I don't know Ace of Base like that. I don't think you should put him on the same playing field as AJR.
I know. I just like being silly goofy.
Yeah.
It's crazy that AJR sells out concerts.
The Sign.
Song, all that she wants.
That's their number one song on
is
Spotify.
baby. It's a good one.
Yeah, that's actually the number one song. Number two song is The Sign. That was it, folks. Erika, you're 30. Welcome to the 30 zone.
It gets scary out here.
I do fear all of our young listeners are going to stop listening to us now that they know that we're old as shit.
I do fear that
you've-
too.
You've really fucked us over there, Joshua.
Yeah.
All right. Let me get out of Angie's messages.
I've started injecting myself with a younger, more fertile blood.
Vertile, huh?
Yeah. Virile and fertile.
Yeah, virile and fertile.
Fertile. We all got there.
We got there.
Do you have a sound, or do you need me to play the sound?
I forgot that we do. Listener
Can
sounds.
you believe she almost skipped the listener sound? This listener sound comes to us from how do you say their name?
Marion.
Marion.
Williamson?
Made or otherwise. Hey, Judgies, you can use my name. I've been listening since 2022, and I listen to you on the way to my job teaching 5th and 6th graders. There's so many stories I could tell you about that, but for now, a listener sound. This summer, I've been loving Chapel Roan, so I made a short Judgies version. Recorded on my phone in a Casey's parking lot, so don't judge me too much.
Oh, well,
Watch
I have
Kisses
qualms
and
with
pisses.
Casey's right now, so.
Oh, there's literally Marion, pronounced Marion. You can use my name.
This is going to be awesome.
Judgies, hosted by Josh and Chris. Judgies, everyone knows Rick is best.
Wow.
Judgies. Huh. I love it.
That was
New intro
awesome.
song.
We might need to get a little bit more production value on it, but I'm down. I'm down to rip Chapel shtick.
Yeah.
For sure. The how would we do the dance though?
That'd be
You can't
hard.
make a J with your hands. It's impossible. We'd have to learn ASL. That's a backwards J. There it is. Christian's got it.
JUD
Yeah. Yep.
G.
No, backwards G. Put that one up now. Yep, there you go. G-I-E. Uh-oh. E? Backwards E. You really... Okay, and then S. How is that S?
It's squiggly. I don't know.
S is so clearly this.
Oh, for
Yeah.
sure, for sure. But you look like you're about to do a flamenco.
Yeah, you S.
You had the right part at the end. You just didn't have.
Did she say hosted by Josh and Crick?
I think
believe
she said
so.
Crick.
Okay. I thought she just said Chris for a second, and I was like,
I also was like, ew. And then I was like, and she forgot Rick. But then at the end, she says Rick was the best. So that kind of stings.
I maybe would have workshopped it a bit and said hosted by 3 best friends, hosted by Josh, Christian, Rick. I would have workshopped
are you judging her?
I would have, yeah. I am.
Legally, you have to on this podcast.
It's called punching up.
Legally?
And that's how you know I care, folks. You know I don't care when I stop punching you up.
Okay, sure. This is from Vicky.
Whoa,
punch
Vicky.
my bitch up. Take my picture.
Listen, she's really tough. We can't be calling out
We can't
Whoa,
call-
Vicky.
We can call out Kanye West for being a bad person.
She's tough?
As we should.
Whoa, Vicky's so scary.
We can't call out Whoa Vicky for being a bad person because she might get our asses.
Why are we scared of Whoa Vicky? What is
I don't
Whoa
know.
Vicky
Everything
doing?
I've seen of her, she's gonna fight somebody. So I don't want to get on her bad side.
I'm pretty sure she gets her ass beat every time.
I'm saying I've never been in a fight. I ain't trying to be in a fight, and I know Whoa Vicky's down to fight, and I'm not trying to do that. So let's quit talking about her. She's just gonna show up.
I feel like you are discounting the influx and views we get if Erika from the Judgies fought Whoa Vicky from being a piece of shit.
I don't want to do that.
Okay.
Erica, you're 30. You can't fight Whoa Vicky.
Isn't she like 15?
Well, she was 15 when she got famous 15 years ago.
No way.
I
No.
Okay.
She's probably in her mid 20s.
Yeah. I feel like she's like 2 years older than the Catch Me Outside girl, right?
Bad baby?
Yeah.
How did you
Danielle Birbiglia?
know both of those?
It's not Birbiglia, but you're very close.
Yeah. Regulia.
Yeah, that sounds right.
I don't know. I watched Dr. Phil when I was homesick once.
I caught the right
When
episode.
we can't talk about Dr. Phil because he will come here and beat my ass.
He's gonna fight you for chomping his
He
bit.
is very litigious.
He saw that mustache and your bald head. And he's like, oh, fuck.
What?
What?
Whoa Vicky is 24. Bad Baby is 21.
Wow.
Still too young for me to fight. This is from Vicky, not Whoa Vicky. Hey, feel free to use my name if you use this story on the pod.
Or I'll kick your ass.
If not, just have a laugh at my misfortune, as this happened to me today, and I'm currently lying in bed. Actually, this happened yesterday, but I'm reading it today. And I'm currently lying in bed trying to forget about it. I was working from a coffee shop today, and the coffee shop got things moving, if you know what I'm saying.
Shitting out of your butthole with your sphincter.
What the fuck, dude?
I also want to do a quick aside that Courtney, my friend Courtney, taught Olson the sign for coffee, which is this.
Oh.
And
Thank you, Courtney.
when you hold it out in front of you,
Yeah.
it's fine. But she was doing it at an angle.
Sure.
And was going like this.
Right, yeah.
And I was like,
For all you listeners, it looks like you're giving someone a guac 5000.
yeah,
With the double.
double fist.
Double barrel grip.
Really
double
giving
barrel.
it that grapefruit method.
Like an Olive Garden pepper grinder.
Yeah.
And the sign for drink is to run a finger down your throat. That's
Okay.
drink.
That's kind of got me thirsty.
That's what I mean. So she's going drink and then glug glug.
Uh,
And now that's
What
on
the
video.
hell
Can
is
you-
she
can
teaching
you
my
blur
boy?
that in editing? I don't want people to see that I did it.
Christian, just put a dick in it. That way other people
Yeah.
won't do that.
Oh my
Yeah.
god. Anyway, so things got moving. If you know what I'm
Shit.
saying, I pack up my laptop and take my bag to the toilet so I don't get robbed. But the women's is out of service, so I was told to go to the disabled toilet. I don't like that. We're gonna call it the accessible toilet.
Thank you.
No big deal. Off I go. There is a table right outside the toilet door, and I know I'm going in there to absolutely rip ass, but I'm nothing if not confident. I get to business, and it's not a light one. I felt about 5 pounds lighter after this.
Also, it's freaking fair game to fart in a bathroom.
Oh, for sure. Big munchies the night before. Christian knows that feeling.
What the hell?
Allegedly. Mission
Thank
accomplished. I'm ready to get back to work. Reach over for some toilet paper to be met with a big fucking empty space and nothing. It was just me and shit-caked ass against the world.
Oh my God.
I have to think quick. How do I get out of this? I'm in public. At least a 20-minute walk away from my house. Since I'm in the accessible toilet and everything needs to be accessible, I approximated the sink to be about ass high.
Okay.
I like this word. I huff myself on it.
Oh.
Fat dumpy spilling over into the sink with only the hottest of water trickling into my crack to try to rid my body of demons.
Oh my God.
I don't want the hottest of water trickling in my crack.
You reverse Birdbath.
Yeah.
That's
oh my God.
Yeah.
We haven't talked about the bird bath in so long.
That's crazy.
While in this position, the door rattles. I've been in here a while at this point, so the people outside are getting antsy, but I have no choice but to power through. The sudden movement, however, made me jump and get ass juice all over the floor. Upsetting for the staff, but I have my own things going on at this point, and the water was running clear. It had simply kissed the eye of the tiger. You'll remember there is no paper towels, no toilet paper, but thankfully there is a hand dryer.
I feel like they didn't mention the no paper towel part.
And this is also butt high. Things are really looking up for me.
I mean, it's destiny at this point.
Yeah.
No, it's Vicky.
Ah.
Icky Vicky.
Oh, wow.
Oh, for sure. Except they're not. It didn't work. So now I'm at least clean, but dripping wet from the ass crack. Shorts around my ankles. I wiggle and pull the cheeks apart and release, hoping for some kind of air drying effect. I stay at this method for a solid 2 minutes before deciding I'm dry enough to brave the outside world.
Is this like when you open and shut a door to like get a fake breeze going? She's doing that with her butt cheeks.
I left tail between my damp legs and avoided eye contact with everyone I came into contact with, including the person who went in after me.
You didn't tell them that there was no toilet paper or paper towels or the hand dryer works?
I didn't even warn them about the lack of toilet paper. I was just too keen to get the fuck away from this scene.
I thought you were confident, Vicky. I thought you'd been in fights before.
Anyway, thanks, Vicky.
Wow. I mean, I guess I'm confused on the bathroom sitch. Because they said that, so there's the women's restroom and that was full. And then, so they went to this other one. Why
The accessible one.
Right.
I think the one
But they're still
didn't-
single use.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's probably like
I mean, that's just impressive that they said they work at a I'm surprised at a coffee. This was at a coffee shop?
She's working remotely, took her laptop to the coffee shop.
I'm just surprised the coffee shop has enough like floor space to have 3 separate single-use restrooms. That's what I'm kind of marveling at.
I mean, if she's walking 20 minutes to get there, I'm assuming she lives in the city.
Which is even more impressive then.
yeah.
Yeah.
Real estate's not cheap, folks.
Okay, back to Angie.
I don't want to talk about Angie's list. I'm gonna lose it. Why did we pick this name? Change the name.
All right.
I'm online, guys.
Okay. You hit my knee. And
I
that
apologize.
hurt really bad,
I
actually.
think for the next year of episodes, you have to come in and tell something about being like something that like
That proves I'm online.
yeah.
Give me my money.
Good one. Good one, babe. All right. Do you want...
Which it's actually really funny because this will take 3 weeks to come out, and that will be so dated by the
Oh,
time
yeah.
it comes out.
No, Kai and I will still be doing it. Don't worry, guys.
Let's do this one. There was so many good ones to choose from, Angie. I don't know what to do. This is from r/talesfromyourserver.
Ooh.
Whoop.
Is it a whoop?
That sounds like it.
way, right?
Why is this unbelievable?
Fine, I'll whoop, but if I'm right, I guess I'm just right.
Oh, okay. Please don't assume I speak your language just because I'm Asian. Title says it. That's it.
That's
That's
the
it?
whole thing.
No. I
You
work at
piece of shit. You fucking asshole.
Oh, are we reading stories now?
Oh, Christian. What was the name of the subreddit?
r/talesfromyourserver.
Damn it.
This is not a whoop.
Yes! God, it feels good.
Episode 159, fired for changing in the bathroom for my shift.
Oh, I remember that one.
Yeah.
Did I read that one? That sounds like a me reading one.
Now he's got to look it back up.
No, he doesn't have to look that up.
I'm sorry. What was I looking up?
Nothing.
It felt like it is a story I would have read, but I don't need that information. Please continue.
I work at a small ethnic restaurant that serves Korean food. The owner is Korean, and I also do speak and understand Korean at native fluency since I'm Korean.
Oh.
Korean American. I'm not saying those you're in America, so speak English type of bullshit, but am I an asshole for getting annoyed at Mandarin/Japanese guests for talking to me in their language specifically, even after I greeted and seated them in English and clarifying that, unfortunately, I do not speak their languages? So this is kind of a mix here where Tales from Your Server, but also am I the asshole?
Yeah. I guess in this instance, I wonder if the patrons are like just seeing if they do speak like their better language.
But it sounds like he's saying that they even
afterwards,
even after saying,
yeah, like I don't know Japanese or I don't know.
Yeah.
I guess, yeah. But I don't know. I guess it's rooted in like. I guess it's rooted in racism. I don't know. I don't know if I would
from
be
our server or from
the guests.
From the guests, got it.
Because they're just assuming that like, but like I don't know, because like Americans like on average only know like
one language.
It's like like 1.2 languages, right? Whereas like people from most other countries know like 3.
Yeah.
So I don't know. It wouldn't be the craziest thing to see someone who knows English and Korean also potentially knows something else.
Yeah.
Especially like from, the general region. But I don't know why they got so upset. I don't know. I guess if it happens a lot.
Yeah.
Says, I just don't want to deal with people staring at me and telling me what they want in a language I have no clue in. And there's 8 other tables I have to take care of at the same time. If you need to use a translator, take your time and do so. I'm fine with that. But don't start snapping your fingers at me and expect to learn a whole ass language in 20 seconds. And somebody asked, have you tried responding in Korean? And they said, no, I strictly only answer in English unless it's a Korean tourist / first gen immigrant who might not be fluent in English. I do appreciate the small talks and nice moments that sometimes occur when I talk to them in Korean, but most of the time people expect me to say yes to the most atrocious menu modifications or request that I speak the same language as them.
I want to know what an atrocious menu modification in a Korean restaurant is. I don't want to make a faux pas of myself.
Can I get a fork?
I think they use forks there.
Well, and I know like Korea like hates Japan.
Yeah.
Because Japan was like the imperial nation in the area.
Yeah.
It's also part of the reason why China and Japan also have a lot of feuds, a lot of bad blood. But I don't know if that's even what this is stemming from. I think
I think a lot of Asian countries are pretty racist towards other Asian countries.
Right.
So.
But I don't know. I mean, obviously, I've never worked as a server, and also I'm a white guy. But I just don't feel like I don't understand why he's getting so aggro.
Yeah, I don't know.
It's got to happen a lot.
For sure, but like...
That's the only thing I can think of why he would be like blowing up at this level. It has to be like every other day.
Yeah. I don't know. Like if when I worked in my like service jobs, I don't think I would ever get that upset over like not being able to do it. Although I guess his wage is directly tied to how well he does it. So maybe that's part of it too.
Another one from Angie.
Okay.
Am I the asshole for calling out my husband for not being a good Christian?
I almost heard this one.
Oh, well, good thing you didn't. I, 27 female. Do you want me to read a different one?
No.
Okay. I, 27 female, have been married to my husband, 34 male, for 5 years. My husband is a devout follower of his religion and has been since he was raised in it. I respect his beliefs, even though I don't share them and have no intention of converting. I was raised in the Christian faith. However, I left when I was an adult due to SA in my church, which nobody believed occurred because the one who did it was the pastor.
No way.
Recently, my husband has been pressuring me to convert to his religion. He says that it would bring us closer together and create a more harmonious household. One of them died, huh? Well, I guess he didn't say post-harmonious, so.
I found that pretty humorous.
Thank you, thank you. I understand where he's coming from, but I firmly believe that faith is a personal journey, and I shouldn't be forced into something that I don't believe in. To add to the issue, my husband, despite his religious teachings, doesn't always practice what he preaches. As do most.
I'm shocked.
Is he? Did they say he's Christian based, or
Yes.
just the wife?
Yeah,
was?
for not
Did
being
he-
a good Christian.
Oh yeah, sure, okay. He's Muslim, but she's just like, you're not being a good Christian. It's like, well, yeah, I'm not Christian.
He expects me to adhere to traditional gender roles, yet he often neglects his own responsibilities at home. He's quick to judge others for their actions, even though his faith teaches non-judgment and kindness. He makes comments about gay people that I have discussed with him as a major issue. This hypocrisy has been bothering me for a while. Last night, during another discussion about my potential conversion, I finally snapped. I told him that if he wants me to consider converting, he needs to set a better example by actually living according to his religion's values. I pointed out that he should start by fulfilling his own responsibilities, that he should make more money than me and actually lead in the decision making. I'm a nurse, and he's currently unemployed after he was let go from his job in an office. That he should be less judgmental of others because according to his faith, only God can judge them. I also said he should show more of the virtues Jesus asked of Christians, that he should clothe the naked, feed the hungry, visit the prisoner, aid the orphan and the widow, etc. I also made it clear that while I respect his beliefs, I have no intention of converting unless I genuinely believe in it, which I currently don't because of the hypocritical behavior of his faith. My husband was furious. He accused me of being disrespectful and undermining his faith. He said that I was attacking him personally and that I don't understand the pressure he's under to have a unified religious household. He left for church this morning at 7 for Bible study, and I have already gotten a phone call from the pastor saying I'm an ungodly woman who tricked a good man into marrying him and I should repent.
Bible study as an adult is crazy, right?
Yeah.
No.
No?
No, that's crazy.
Who the fuck is getting homework as an adult?
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure it's very common.
Yuck.
That's lame as hell, folks. Read on your own time. Get an audiobook. Morgan Freeman audiobook reading of the Bible.
It's less of a it's not the pastor giving you homework. It is people getting together and studying the Bible.
Book club style?
Book club style. No, literally.
Hey, you think they'd be better about it then? You think they'd be able to follow the words a little better?
Our neighbor invited me.
Yuck.
I didn't tell you that?
No. How long ago was this?
Before we went to Punta Cana.
Or was it before
we
were trying
went
to
to
save
Italy?
your
I can't
soul
remember.
before you.
Yeah, she was just like, hey, I don't know where you stand with God, but I'm hosting Bible study and with a few other women in the community and love to have you. And I was like, I don't stand with God, but thank you for thinking of me. Appreciate that.
So you're getting homework from just a lady in the neighborhood now?
Yeah.
Anyways.
That's crazy.
Oh, you're my teacher now?
I've
okay.
also gotten a tirade of texts and emails from members of his church saying I was disrespectful and being a bad wife. And I'm starting to wonder if I was too harsh, that maybe I shouldn't have said anything at all.
I'm pretty sure you're not supposed to gossip as a Christian, and it sounds like your husband's doing a lot of freaking gossiping over at church. A lot of running his mouth over at Bible study.
Is that the end of it?
Yep.
Oh, yeah. I mean, religion and politics. I feel like those are the two things you really got to agree with before you get into a lifelong thing.
Yeah.
Especially with obviously we're most familiar with the Christian faith, being all of us being raised. Erika, how were you raised?
I was baptized Catholic.
Were you?
Mm-hmm.
So I just mean
yeah, and the first time that I told my mom that I didn't, I was questioning my faith or didn't believe in, our religion or whatever, she goes, I didn't raise you to not be a Catholic. What? You've never once taken me to church except for my baptism. So what do you mean?
yeah, well, that's all you need.
Yeah.
I guess.
One and done.
Especially with something like Christianity, which is such a big pillar of Christianity, is like you have to be a Christian to make it to heaven.
Yeah.
And so if you're married to someone who actively is telling you, I don't believe in that, I don't subscribe to that, that's a pretty big deal because from his perspective, his wife is going to hell.
Yeah.
Like he wants to spend always an eternity with her, right? So yeah, it's a very big one. But when it comes to like the hypocritical stuff, like, I mean, obviously that's a cultural thing, and a lot of it was instilled in the mid 1900s. It wasn't really a big part of Christianity or Christian's faith until then. But faith is inherently illogical. It requires you to, and that's not an insult. I mean it. Like, faith requires you to just against like what you know, just believe in something. So it makes sense that there's logical inconsistencies within the faith because the faith is just blind hope, blind faith.
Yeah.
That's why when the meme of like something terrible happens, it's like, well, it's all part of God's plan.
Yeah.
God knows the plan. A kid gets cancer and it's all part of God's plan. We'll figure it out because it requires you to have faith. And like, that's why this shitty thing happened.
Yeah.
So it makes sense that there's logical inconsistencies, and it sucks that your marriage is doomed to fail.
It is doomed to fail.
But it would go against his religion to divorce her, so
No, it depends, right?
crazy.
Catholics don't like that. But there's other sects of Christianity. Maybe he's in
The
one
Church of England's fine with it.
Anywho, I've got one more short one.
Insane.
Short?
Look how short it is.
Okay.
It's a single paragraph.
Okay.
Again, from r/talesfromyourserver.
Whoop.
Oops.
Never again will I say this. I've learned my lesson. For context, I work in an upscale place in almost the South. I had, what, almost the South?
Yeah, what's the Oklahoma?
No.
We're not going to have an argument on where the South starts.
Like Tennessee would
Branson,
be
Missouri.
almost the South. Missouri would be
that's the
almost the South.
Anything south of St. Louis.
Yeah.
But also, I would say Carbondale is the South.
So would I. I had an older gentleman between 65, 70-ish with his 2 late teen grandsons. He asked if we had sweet tea. We have unsweetened tea, and we can add simple syrup to it if sweet tea is requested. Stupid me says, of course I can make that for you. Wrong answer. He responds with, no, either you have it or you don't. Me, yes, we make it to order. Him, now literally red in the face. Unacceptable. Get me your manager. Long story
Whoa.
short, I think he believed that sweet tea is brewed that way, like the tea leaves are sweet. His grandsons were visibly mortified. Actually, I don't think that that's true. I think that Southerners are very particular about their sweet tea, and it's made like a specific way in
Right.
large batches.
Right, in the sun.
In the sun.
Right.
So I think that's what he was freaking out about.
My mom was raised in the South, and she used to make it every summer.
Yeah,
Put-
just
put it
south
in
of
a-
St. Louis.
Big jar on the
Texas.
front porch.
Asshole.
Shit.
Back porch.
On the back porch.
You don't make it on the front porch. It's going to get stolen.
We were rich.
It's also why you don't put a pie in the windowsill.
Right. That's why we have a pie safe.
Yeah, I don't know the intricacies of.
I should have read that story ahead of time. That story sucked.
So,
Sorry.
yeah, let's
We
get
can
out of
cut
here.
it.
No, we don't.
No,
we
we
don't,
don't
we don't
you
cut
can cut
anything.
it. Do you want me to read a different one instead?
No.
No, because we have to get to our weekly bonus episode.
Weekly bonus episode.
That's right, folks. Patreon.com/judgiespod will get you weekly bonus episodes or monthly or ad-free episodes, whichever tier you just decide to subscribe to. And I got some freaking stories tonight, folks.
Oh,
I
boy.
don't mean to like give our pores listeners a little bit of a cliffhanger here, but holy fuck, they're crazy.
Okay. And they're all listener submitted.
Of course, they're all listener submitted stories. So
It's wild.
patreon.com/judgiespod. Where else can they find us, Erika?
On the internet is where you can find us, and wherever you're at, we're probably there too. And you can find us with the handle at Judgiespod, JUDGIESPOD. And if you'd like to send us your own listener submitted stories to make it on an episode / or maybe even a Patreon episode, you can do that by sending us an email at judgiespod@gmail.com. Hey, we love you.
Thanks for watching this. Thanks for listening to
Thanks
this.
for listening.
Thanks for being here. Was I a full second too early?
Oh, yeah.
It was pretty off. What is Aurora doing
Oh,
here?
hi. Hi, Rory.
Bark.
Your outfit's cute.
Judges love you. Bye.